Well, greetings from the beautiful Smoky Mountains. I'm here at the beginning of my fall trip to the Smokies, and I'm out my first morning, and it's just beautiful. It's been raining for several days before I got here, and the leaves are gorgeous, although I have that beautiful sort of just past peak look that I like, so I can see more of the structure of the trees. And I'm back this morning in this beautiful picnic area where I came last spring and had some nice setups. And I've just had my first setup here this morning, a beautiful vertical composition on a little grouping of trees with my 450 millimeter lens on the 4x5 camera. And no filters, and both the Velvia and Provia. So we'll see how those turn out. But the color here is just stunning. Really, really nice. And right now it's overcast, although I think it's going to get sunny later today. So the plan now is just to drive around and see what I can find before the sun gets on the trees too much. Next couple days I think it's supposed to be a little more sunny, so I'll have to photograph just in the morning before the sun clears the mountains, and then later in the afternoon after the sun goes down behind the mountains. You can see I have the Versabrella on the camera here, and it's not because it's raining now, but just because I'm under the canopy of the trees. And there's been so much rain, it's just dripping a lot, so I'm just protecting the camera that way. So anyhow, it's a great start to the morning. I'm really excited to be here and looking forward to bringing you along to see what else I can discover the rest of this week. Just plan to travel around and try to focus on these beautiful colors, try to find some structure and nice shape and gesture of these trees to see if you can tell a little story, or just have it be a little bit more than about just the masses of fall color. So that's what I'm going to work on this week, and I look forward to bringing you along to see what I can find. So here's the Velvia 50 and the Provia 100. And by the way, these films are in plastic sleeves from the lab, so it's okay to touch these. They're protected. And hopefully you can see in this video how much more saturated and rich the color is here on the Velvia 50 than it is on the Provia. This just looks so realistic. And this one looks almost like just a little bit of a haze, or just a little bit of a veil of something over it, which isn't the case. It's just lower contrast, and that's just what Provia does, which is great for certain circumstances. And honestly, even in this circumstance, I think with just a little bit of work in post, this could be made to look very close to this, but you just can't beat the light table experience for the first look at your film with what this Velvia 50 does, and it's just stunning. It's really sharp and it has nice detail everywhere, and I'm just thrilled to have this image on film, and really nice that this was my first image of the trip and successfully captured, so I'm really happy about that. This is the one that I'll scan and show you when we take a look at the full-size image. Well, here's another image that I just worked on with the view camera, and this is a picture that I worked on a couple of years ago with a smaller digital camera, and so I'm really hoping to get some good film exposed on this one. And I tried Provia and Velvia and Ektar. It's a little tricky because of these white branches. I don't want them to go pure white, so I'm hoping to hold a little bit of detail, but just beautiful color, and I'm really excited about finding this one in almost the same conditions that I photographed it a couple of years ago, so same time of year, and so I'm really happy about this one and looking forward to seeing the film. So now, time to pack up and keep on moving. The sun's starting to come out a little bit, so I'm going to have to look for some shady places or wait till later this afternoon, and that's to be expected, so we'll just keep on going and see what else I can find. So again, here's the Velvia 50 and the Provia 100. And again, hopefully you can see the differences here in this video. The color, I think, is just so much nicer in the Velvia. It's a little more natural looking. This one looks a little green or maybe yellow green here in the Provia, but I think the Velvia is just stunning. And it's really, really sharp and has good shadow detail down in here. You can see you get more shadow detail in the Provia, but the Velvia is fully acceptable. Again, this is really nice, soft light, a little directional coming from this side, but really just nice and soft, and that's where Velvia really shines. So I'm thrilled to have this image on film now, and this is, again, the one I'll scan and show you here. Well, after driving around most of the day, just looking for subjects and just seeing the conditions all over the park, it was pretty sunny most of the day. So now I've come to the end of the day when the sun has dropped below the mountain over here, and so now I'm in nice shade, and it's still a little windy, so I'm using the Pentax medium format digital camera right now, and I found a couple really neat trees, completely bare, but with color in the trees behind them. And so I think it's really neat. These two trees that are sort of out front of the main subjects are like old and twisted, and then the ones behind are younger and straighter, and so it's kind of a neat image, and I'm pretty excited about this one. I think I may be done with film for today because it's just getting dark and it's still pretty windy. But fortunately the Pentax is helping me here, so I've still got maybe another hour or so before sunset and can work for a while still in this nice sort of quiet light of the end of the day, so I'm going to keep moving around and seeing if I can find any other subjects that jump out at me. But otherwise, it's been a really good first day here in the Smokies. The rest of the day was spent driving around looking for more subjects, and everything was photographed with the Pentax 645Z. I'll show you those images here, and I hope you enjoy them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.